Harris has come a long way since when I first started with them. We were virtually just a maintenance company. I'm in interiors and we do internal fit outs, some light construction as well. I've been with the company actually in the office for it's my 24th year. I was a carpenter with the company as a subcontractor 4 years prior to that. So I've been there a fairly long time. And hopefully I will end my working days at the company. People ask me, why have you stayed there for so long? Well, they've done right by me, I've done right by them. But I suppose if I didn't like it and didn't get on with the people, I wouldn't have stayed the amount of time that I have stayed. This is the Walter Bowles building. We started working this project a couple of years ago now. Virtually stripped the entire building out, all the electrics, all the piping. There was a lot of asbestos in here. Poured a lot of walls out and just completely refurbished the whole lot. A very satisfying project. My favourite part of the building would be the rear entrance and the offices, the spiral offices up on level 1. It just looks like a scallop shell. You know, there was a lot of work went into that. I've been fairly lucky through my working life. I'm a joiner by trade. I've actually learnt or taught myself not to worry as much of the projects, and if I do wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, I've learned to put a notepad in the kitchen, so I get up out of bed, write down what I'm thinking, I can go straight back to sleep again. Whereas before I'd just be stewing all night. You know, and you get to work in the morning, you're buggered because you haven't slept, you're irate, and it just flows on to the guys on site. I could honestly say that there's more good days than what there are days where you want to, you know, just wish you never got out of bed. But those days do happen. But yeah, it's just I just get enjoyment from producing high quality work. KBR, which is at 15 William Street. I think it was about a 6,000 square metre project, 23 working days, $3.5 million. And that was the impossible job that could not be done, and we got it done. You look back and you think, crikey, you know, you really did have a fair bit in your plate. I'll go to a site and guys that don't know me just think, oh, here comes a bloke that's walks around with a diary in his hand and, you know, and he's got a pair of slacks on and a nice clean shirt, you know, and I'm covered in crap. Well, hey, you know, I've been there. And it's, you can go up to somebody and you go, oh no mate, you shouldn't be doing it like, you know, and they just look at you. And then when you get one of the other guys that knows you and they go up and say, listen to what the guy says, he knows what he's talking about. Oh, and then the next time you go to site, it's completely different. But in saying that, I always say hello to people when I walk on site. So the funny thing is that the younger guys, you know, like I'm hopeless on the computer and stuff like that, you know, I can find my way, but you know, I go back to those guys and they mentor me, you know, and show me how to do things. And to me, if I don't learn something every day, it's not worth coming to work. My main hope is that when I'm gone from the company, that people will look back at me and go, he was a bloody hard worker, he was bloody hard, but he was fair. They don't totally forget me.